WWE Crown Jewel's done and over, and it was actually pretty good. Just like I do with every pay-per-view. I took a shower, I jerked off, and I got my thoughts together, so let's talk about it. We opened up the night with Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. Roman would hit Reed with a cricket bat. Roman would Samoan drop Bronson Reed onto a steel chair. Roman would look to spear Bronson Reed through the barricade, but Braun Breaker comes out of nowhere and spears Roman. Braun and Bronson would powerbomb Roman Reigns through the announce table, but here comes the Usos to help out Roman. Braun Breaker would spear Jimmy Uso through the barricade, and Bronson Reed looks to put Roman through the table in the corner, but Roman would be able to get out of it. And as Jay's looking to spear Bronson Reed through the table, he moves and Jay would spear Roman through the table. Breaker would snap Jay in half with a spear, and Bronson Reed would hit the tsunami to win the match and get a huge victory over Roman Reigns. After the match, Roman is pissed that the Usos got involved and tells them he doesn't want to see them until Christmas. The match was okay. I was expecting more of a street fight in my street fight match, but a huge win for Bronson Reed nonetheless. Next up is Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. Tiffany would hit an absolutely vicious Alabama slam on Vaquer. Towards the end, Tiffany would go for the prettiest moonsault ever, but Vaquer would move out of the way, allowing Stephanie to hit the spinal tap to win the match and win the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. The match was only 10 minutes, but with what they got, it was a pretty good match. Definitely deserved way more time. And just what an impressive year it's been for Stephanie Vaquer. Next up is John Cena versus AJ Styles one last time. AJ Styles comes out turning back the clock looking like he did back in his early days in TNA, and the crowd absolutely erupts for John Cena. I'd estimate at least 50% of the crowd is wearing yellow from wearing John Cena's shirt. AJ gets in an amazing introduction calling him Mr. TNA and the undisputed leader of the Bullet Club, which even shocked AJ. It looked like he said, "Oh shit." Throughout this whole match, Cena and AJ would reference and shout out many of their past rivals. Cena would hit a skull-crushing finale for The Miz. Cena would put AJ Styles in the Accolade for Rusev. AJ would put Cena in the Coquina Clutch for Samoa Joe. Cena would put AJ into the Walls of Jericho for Chris Jericho. AJ would go for the Phenomenal Forearm, but Cena would catch him into a Sister Abigail. After Cena would hit the Sister Abigail, the fireflies in the arena would come out, causing a beautiful scene. Bray Wyatt will live forever. AJ would hit the Angel's Wings for Christopher Daniels. Cena would do Randy's middle rope DDT, and now Cena is hearing voices in his head, and he would hit AJ with an RKO. Cena would look for the punk kick, but AJ would move out of the way, allowing AJ to hit the Attitude Adjustment. Cena would hit a chokeslam for the Big Show. Just kidding, it was for the Undertaker. Cena would try a 619, but AJ would counter him. AJ would cross body onto Cena, but Cena would roll AJ into a tombstone, and he would ultimately hit the AA to win the match. Very great match. And just like their match at the 2017 Royal Rumble, they never left the ring. And after the match, these two legends would show each other respect. Next up is Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. Throughout this whole match, Asuka and Io would be trying to kill each other. They are throwing stiff shots. Io would missile dropkick Asuka square in the face. Rhea would hit Kairi Sane with a razor's edge, folding her in half, allowing Io to hit her missile dropkick on her. But ultimately, Rhea would hit the Riptide and Io would hit the over the moonsault on Kairi Sane to pick up the victory. Very good match. I don't think Rhea or Io needed the win as much as the Kabuki Warriors did, but it is what it is. As long as this leads to Rhea and Io being the women's tag team champions. And we move on to the main event, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes for the Men's Crown Jewel Championship. I do love the details on Seth's tights of having little pieces of every match he's had against Cody Rhodes. Rollins would stomp Cody's shoulders while he's dangling off the barricade. Cody would go for a disaster kick, but Rollins would reverse it into a power bomb. Cody would hit Seth with a vertebreaker. Cody goes for the Cody Cutter but completely misses, and Seth would be able to hit the pedigree and the curb stomp, but Cody would still be able to kick out. Rollins would go coast to coast and hit Cody with a headbutt. Seth would hit Cody with a Spanish fly off the top rope. Cody Rhodes would hit an avalanche cross Rhodes off the top, but Seth would still be able to kick out. Towards the end, while the official is knocked down, Cody would go for the crossroads, but Seth would hit Cody with the Rolex on his hand, allowing Seth Rollins to hit the curb stomp, and Rollins would hit one final curb stomp from the top rope to win the match and win the Crown Jewel Championship. Very good match. Seth winning here was definitely the right choice, and the show ends with both of the Crown Jewel champions standing tall. And that was Crown Jewel! That happened at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was a vast improvement over WrestlePalooza. The last two pay-per-views have been shit. So it's nice to have a good pay-per-view. Now we look forward to Survivor Series and who all's gonna be in the War Games match. And if the rumors are true, God help us. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll make more silly videos like this in the future, so stop on by when the time comes. But until then, be careful.